All guard! Halt! Order! Time!
Thank you. Under the tail of law, NTA, CSEA, NASA, and to obtain advice from legal counsel. I'd like to entertain a motion, please. Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Howard, Mr. Johnston, Ms. Mineo,
Yes.
Mr. Meduda, Ms. Brokaw, Mr. Stridire, Mr. Devano,
Yes.
Mr. Walker,
Yes.
Ms. Hammond, no.
We will return at 6:45.
Thank you, Madam President, and meeting owners, and I'm going to have Dr. Hatfield come on up with Ms. Harris, and they will be calling up and recognizing students who participated in our spelling bee.
Good evening, Madam President, Dr. Padilla, members of the board, and the school community. The elementary spelling bee finals of the Newburgh and Newburgh City School District consisted of an oral contest of 4th and 5th grade scholars. The scholars advanced to this contest by successfully competing in a preliminary written spelling contest held at their elementary schools. The final contest on May 19th consisted of a list of oral words covering a range of subject matter, including science, English, mathematics, health, current events, and technology. On behalf of curriculum instruction, we would like to thank the reading teachers for their support. Without them and their commitment to students, this event would not have been possible. And additionally, I'd like to thank Dr. Hatfield for serving as our contest pronouncer. While the certificates were distributed to participants at each elementary school tonight, we would like to honor the top 3 scholars in each grade. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to the winners. The 3rd place finisher in 4th grade, Tristan Torres. The 2nd place finisher in 4th grade, Jackson Prada. And the 1st place finisher in 4th grade, Zachary Dominguez. In 5th grade, the 3rd place finisher, Caitlin McDowell. The 2nd place finisher, Penny Inman. And the 1st place finisher in 5th grade, as well as the overall winner, Sarah Hian. Thank you.
Next, we're going to have our math meet winners, and Dr. Hatfield will announce them.
Good evening, Madam President, Dr. Padilla, and members of the board and school community. The elementary math meet of Newburgh and Lawrence City School District took place on December 15th, March 24th, and May 12th of this school year with the scholar-selected slogan of Math Makes Life Add Up. During these 3 meets, scholars from each of the 9 elementary buildings were placed on teams that represented the district and competed by working collaboratively to solve common core-based word problems. I would like to thank the building leaders, the AIS math teachers, and the Director of Mathematics for their work and support of this unique opportunity. Tonight, I have the distinct honor to present our district's first, second, and third place team for the 2016-17 school year. Participation certificates will be distributed to all scholars who participated this year, and we would like to congratulate all of our scholars for the efforts in this event and wish them success as they enter grade square root of 36 next year. We're going to start with our third place teams. Team Lightning. We have Vivian Gage. Please come on up. Anthony Argueta. Julia Leonard could not join us this evening. Amari Graham, please come on up. Gianni Chacon. Laura Haynes. Robert Lennon. Jose Perez. Congratulations, Team Lightning. Congratulations. Our second place team. Team #Nerd Squad. Squad is spelled with a $sign as the S. Love it. We have Catherine Bell, unfortunately cannot make Mark Mann. Mark Mann. Fiona Gomez. Adriana Ochon. Michael Ahmed. Gabriela Mendoza. Shore Cardona. Juby Benavis. Sorry. And Caleb Connolly. Congratulations, Team #Nerd Squad.
Okay, I'm going to skip that one for right now. We're going to move to 2.4. This is student advisory councils. For anyone who is new this evening to a board meeting, let me quickly just share that one of our district-wide initiatives this year around our mantra, #Values Matter, was about recognizing leadership. So in each of our schools throughout the district this year, student advisory councils were launched as a way to give our scholars an opportunity, a platform to use their voice in a constructive way. And so throughout the year, Ms. Buttrick and I have gone to each of the student advisory council meetings to really hear firsthand from our scholars around the leadership work that they were engaged in. And at each board meeting, we've recognized these students for their leadership and they've received certificates. So tonight we're going to recognize NFA Maine and NFA North. And so if I could have Mr. Dotto, if you can go ahead and announce the students, Ms. Mineo and I will come down.
want to come up on stage there? As Dr. Padilla just mentioned, that we are recognizing both NFA Maine and North. I'll begin with NFA North just quickly, that everybody understands who I'm calling up. We our student advisory board at North will be called first, and then the student advisory at Maine, myself and Mr. Rodriguez have established the student council members as part of the student advisory. And also, many might not be here because, as you know, we started Regents today, so we have Regents again tomorrow. So I will call all the names, and those of you that are here, please come up and go on stage. So the NFA North Advisory, Giselle Cheatham. George Ickley. Wacky. Chaya James. Christina Martinez. Marcos Perez. Marcus Green, and unfortunately Marcus does not have a certificate yet, so Marcus, we're going to get into you tomorrow. I will read the rest of the names. Adam Amir, Magali Aguilar, Sheila Arce, Michael Manza, Joshua Bryant, Daquan Beeman, Kiara Trinidad Mahano, Charles Mahoney, Gabrielle Varga, Satali Mary, Abelia Amat, Brianna Pagan, Alejandro Silva, and William Zings. Congratulations to all of you. For NFA Maine, just bear with me for a moment. You guys ready? Sam Oha, Alicia Ashley, George Elias, he's running for president 2050. He's dressed for it tonight, look at that. Connor Leggett. Michael Castro. Again, Charles Mahoney. I'm going to go through all the names now. If you missed anyone, please forgive me, but because this group is very large, just bear with me. I still would like to recognize them even though they might not be here at this moment. Okay, we have Keandra Murphy, Luke Fisher, Nathalie Herrera, Petra Otis, Lamisha Ashan, Soleil Lukirk, Gianna Oppenheimer, Special Fulton, Miranda Torres, Chastity Colon, Linda Chen, Rizwan Katie Downer, Sidney Reed, Marlon Algini, Dylan Delatorre, Jocelyn Slaughter, Ayana McCullough, Ashley Corcoran, Athena Styrianos, Imani Telesford, Gabrielle Leggett, Whitney Sarkody, Christina Jacobson, Alana DeServo, Craig Fisher, Isaiah James, Cherokee Henry, Cassidy Goutet, Lauren Barnwell, Ava Panesi, Zion Henry, Hyatt Petrogino Rima, Walter Warner Jr., Cora Stepakov, Amir Roberts, Michael Perillo, Adolfo Gomez, Alicia Robertson, James Marley, Mariah Jacobs, Ryan Skivington, Nicholas Baccalucci, Jordan Wright, and Miranda Walsh. Congratulations to all.
Now we'll have South Middle School Principal Mr. Santiago recognize students from South Middle.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. So on behalf of SALVA, I want to take advantage of the time to thank our Student Advisory Committee. And I'll say one thing, and that's if you throw a box of pizza with this team, they'll do whatever you want to get done. They say either $1 a dream, but in this case, you give a box of pizza and a dream, and they'll resolve it. So I think in capital planning for the district, if you take my kids and put them in a room with a box of pizza, they'll figure it out. I'm very proud of our kids. From the beginning of the year to now, just the growth that we saw in these kids is just amazing. And if I tell you, put them in a room, whatever the challenge is, they figure it out. So I'm very proud. And so I won't take minutes, let's introduce the students. He introduced them because she was in the room with the pizza box with the kids.
Good evening. Good evening, families. This year, the student advisory team was introduced for the first time at South, and I think they did a phenomenal job because, as many of you may be aware, it's very difficult sometimes for kids at the middle level to express themselves. They get a little nervous, they get a little self-conscious, but this team really worked together in order to overcome that. We're very, very proud of them. They chose a theme this year, something that they saw at South that they wanted to change, and this year's theme was positive speak. They decided that they wanted to work on making sure that everybody in the building heard something positive and wonderful about themselves, and then they saw many things that were motivational in the hallways. So from that came the opportunity for some of our members to kind of call themselves Team Motivate. So if you walk through the hallways in South, you'll see motivational slogans that the kids have put up on the walls, saying things like positivity over negativity, perseverance, things like that. And every morning, one of our members would say a positive or inspirational quote over the loudspeaker for our student population and our student family to start their day. They're starting affirmation stations next year in which people can put positive slogans and sayings into a box so that everybody in the building gets the opportunity to hear something positive about themselves. And as a culminating event this year, we have a teacher who's part of our South family who is diagnosed with a dreadful disease that only 300 people in this country have. And she came and gave an inspirational speech to all 3 of our grade levels. And our student advisory team was very touched by that. So they decided that when she spoke about the things that she can no longer do with her own children because she's now confined to a wheelchair and her body is getting very, very stiff, they decided they wanted to throw kind of a fundraiser, if you will,
in order to raise money for her so that she could do something very special with her own children, because that was something that kind of touched their heart. So they'll be doing that sometime next week. It's something that, you know, we'll send an invitation through Dr. Padilla to all of you if you'd like to attend. So at this time, I'd like to call up the members of our South Middle School family, our children from our advisory team. Maria Herrera. Sage Galati. Angelina Johnson. Charlene Ochang. Please you haven't noticed, Charlene is our independent thinker. Carolyn Santiago. Akeem Stackhouse. Alexander Gable. Maya Zilberberg. We have several students who are unable to make it tonight, but we want to acknowledge them as well. Ms. Noria Bakari, Alexis King, who is also our student body president, Isabel Borges, and Grace Flynn. We're very proud of you.
Each year, Assemblyman Frank Scartatos in his office recognizes students for Black History Month essay contest. And so this evening we'll be recognizing the winners of that.
Thank you, Dr. Padilla, President, School Board. Students, family, and friends, we have selected one individual from NFA, a ninth grader, who has written an exceptional essay on the African American history for our contest. And if I could ask Zain Jafar, please join me up here if you'd like to bring your family. Scartalis confers upon you, Zane Jafar, this assembly citation in recognition of your exemplary civil rights movement essay, in which you highlighted Dr. King's effect on racial equality in Newburgh. Thank you for your appreciation and commitment to scholarship and social justice. I also have a $20 gift card as well.
For our employee recognition for Magnet Schools of America, if I could have Mr. Briscoe Perez, please come up, our principal of Wales Gay STEAM Academy. And former principal, Ms. Green.
Good evening, everyone. I couldn't do this alone, so I have asked the former principal of the STEAM Academy to join me in recognizing these two wonderful ladies. Good evening, Madam President, Dr. Padilla, board members, and Central Office administrators. Tonight, we would like to honor two faculty members from Wellsgate STEAM Academy who were presenters at this year's Magnet School of America National Conference in Los Angeles, California. We are so thankful for the work that these ladies have done to positively impact the lives of our students, their families, and the faculty and staff members, not just at Wellsgate STEAM Academy, but throughout the school district.
Both of these teachers truly exemplify what we talk about every day in terms of coming early and really trying to figure out ways to make students grow and learn. So part of their work at Magnet Schools was to share some of their interdisciplinary concepts and curriculum with the entire guests that were there. So again, on behalf of the former principal of Valesgate and the current principal of Valesgate, congratulations to Kathy Gilligan and Christine Mack.
Presentation from our house principal, Ms. Kevin Rothman, providing the Board of Education with an update on progress made in PTEC.
Good evening, Madam President, Dr. Padilla, board members, and Central Office administrators. This is always a great time of year where we get to celebrate the accomplishments through this year and all the hard work of our students and staff members. So Dr. Padilla just asked me to share some of the accomplishments of our Excelsior Academy students, which is our PTEC program, over at question is, I know the board docs was not working before I came here. I don't know if you have a one-page document that has some of the accomplishments of the students. Does everybody have that, or do you need a copy? You need it. So as most of you know, 4 years ago, the Newburgh City School District was awarded a 7-year grant. And this was for a P-TECH program, right? Pathways in Technology, which is modeled after a school that started in Brooklyn. And what it is really a partnership between a public school district, a business entity, and higher education. And in our case, our partners were IBM and SUNY Orange. And when we set out on that journey, it's really about preparing students for college and career. And, you know, although we laid out a plan, it was really a group of students, that first group of students especially, having faith in the belief of what is possible. And as you know, we developed this as a lottery, right? So the students are randomly selected for the program. There's 50 students that are selected each year. Every student that wants the opportunity and fills out that application has the opportunity to be selected. Although it is geared towards students that are historically, there are barriers to success in college, and those include minority status, low socioeconomic, and first-generation college students. And so, as I said, we have 50 students each year. We currently have 146 students, and I'm happy to share with you that these students have exceeded every expectation that we could have imagined when we first started. If you look at the one-page document, the Spring 2017 Student Progress Report, there's some compelling numbers there. The fact that 81% of the legacy students, so those are students that are in their third year with us, traditionally called juniors. We don't call them juniors, they're on a different path. Many of them will be finished with not only their high school diploma, but also their applied associate's degree in either cybersecurity or networking in 4 years or 5 years. So it's difficult to call them by a traditional name such as a junior, right? We label them as third-year students. It's a third year with us. The fact that 81% of them have already earned college credit. If you look down at the lower left-hand corner, the fact that 83% of our students have either taken or placed into college mathematics before their third year of high school. If you know the statistics about remedial coursework, right, and about 50%, 60% of students end up in remedial coursework, somewhere in that range. And their prospects at that point when they end up in remedial coursework aren't great, right? Their completion rates are diminished greatly. It costs an enormous amount of money, not only for families, but for our country. And so it's really important for us, that number, the fact that 83% of them have already placed into college math before they've even finished high school. That's really about this partnership and the conversations that have opened up and some of the opportunities that we have been able to provide for our students, right? The faith that we've always had in these students, and the fact that we really honestly believe that every single one of them will achieve anything they set out for, which includes that high school diploma, the college degree, and that career readiness. And the partnership with SUNY Orange, with IBM, really is the catalyst to a lot of this success. If you turn that page over, there are other statistics there. There's things about region scores, our attendance rate being 94%. I encourage you to spend some time looking through some of that data that's on there. In addition, if you look at the legacy class data, so that's the other document that you were provided, it shows how many college credits our students, especially that legacy class, how many of the college credits they will have by spring 2017. The fact that 26 of them will have over 30 college credits by the end of the school year is a testament to the teachers, but it's also a testament to the students and what they really are able and willing to put the work in and the time in to achieve. These students came from all sorts of past performance. We have a student who I personally had in 7th grade when I taught math at Heritage. In 8th grade, he ended up in a self-contained special ed classroom. I'm proud to say that he is one that has placed into college math for next year and also placed into freshman college English before he hit his 4th year of high school. He has not entered into college coursework yet, right? So we have students that have run the gamut. By the end of this school year, we'll have students that have earned 39 college credits and some who have not entered into college coursework yet. That's totally fine, right? They're in high school. So it's really about providing that individual path and acknowledging that students are ready at different times and mature and build those skills that are necessary, not only to be ready for college coursework, but to be ready to be successful when they get there. So this is not something that I share comfortably, the one below that, about the projected years to complete both degrees. So we have 17 that potentially could finish both degrees in 4 years. That's a huge number in comparison to other P-TECH schools. Brooklyn, there was about 6 that did that in their first cohort of students, 6 out of 108 that completed both degrees. So you can just see that our students here and the environment that we provided has really allowed them to prosper. These were not, some of them were, but about half of them did not come to us on an honors track. The ones who are going to finish in, or potentially could finish in 4 years. I have no problem if they start to stumble, pulling them back. I don't think that there's any benefit necessarily. It looks good on paper, but to them finishing in 4 years. It's a good accomplishment, but nobody, as I tell them, is going to remember when they're my age how long it took them to finish, right? So there's other statistics that we are very proud of on the back, the additional accomplishments. You can see that by next year we'll have 28 of that first 50 who will have placed into or completed freshman English. 22 of the students will complete college math degree requirements. So the degree requirements aren't the entry-level math. It's not 101 and 102. It's actually 2 levels above that, which is pre-calculus over a year. It's math 121 and math 122. We had this past school year 31 students spend 2 days a week on a college campus taking college classes. 9 students facilitating a computer programming at the Armory to elementary school students. They designed that whole program with the help of a few teachers. We have 15 students, as you know, which I'm lucky enough to be joining them, going to Quito, Ecuador, leaving in a couple weeks, doing volunteer work at Casa Victoria, right? A grassroots organization in Quito, Ecuador, and building on their leadership skills is really why we're going. And then you can see another important aspect of P-TECH, right? The internships. We have 26 of that legacy class who will be involved in internships this summer. Paid internships with IBM and St. Luke's Hospital. Those internships include job titles and teams like lab engineering support, hardware engineering with semiconductor packaging development, right? And at St. Luke's, we have 2 students who will be on the networking team that are helping facilitate the merging of the networks for St. Luke's with their merger with Montefiore. right? So they're engaged in work that is relevant to the coursework that they're taking in college as well. And I think that's important to note. And on the back, it gives you some statistics for the incoming students, so this 50 who will be joining us next year, as well as our summer program, right? So every year, our summer program has grown. We started with 4 weeks where the incoming freshmen spent 4 weeks with us, an orientation, but also a team building, and then helping build the support that is going to help them to be successful going forward. But you can see now, we have 6 weeks of college classes. We have the 7 weeks of internships that students will be involved with. We have 4 weeks of Master of the Mainframe and IBM Analytics that are going on. We'll have upwards of 150 students that will be with us, just involved in Excelsior activities and gaining experience in the workforce, but also gaining college experience as well over the summer. We're really, really proud on a daily basis of the work that the students and teachers engage in, and we appreciate the support.
And Field House. Measuring that against the estimated $36 million that taxpayers are somewhat giving up in return for their pilot programs involved in, doesn't seem to be quite a fair equation. First of all, I don't know, coming to these meetings for now almost 5 years, anyone clamoring for field houses. Maybe there is a small group coming up to talk about it, but I don't see that in the long run doing anything helpful to the district. Considering the current need for bonding for repair and restoration of current buildings, and then considering future costs for maintaining such a building, personnel, and then the politics of using it. I just don't see this as something driven by an upward movement. The other thing is, it's always nice to have businesses cooperating with the school districts and training. Businesses profit from it, children profit from it, and the district does, build a reputation for providing those opportunities. But we have plenty of businesses in this area we can be working with. There's certainly more that are always welcome, but again, I would not use this as a driving force to approve such a project. I would look at bigger benefits for the school district. I would look for more rigorous and robust return on this $36 million. I think that as an investment, I'm giving someone $36 million, and I want something in return. I want a prospectus that shows that it's going to have every likelihood to succeed and return more than just a 1 or 2% benefit. I'm looking for something bigger. It's a risk, so in return, I want something bigger. I'm also going to be looking for what's the future for such projects. Right now, not so good. Many malls now are being repurposed, or just being torn down. Some of the businesses coming in are being transplanted, they're not new. So again, are we here to accommodate welcoming corporations and businesses? But at the same time, are we really looking out for our financial future, given, what we explained about how these assessments work and how they, don't drive budgets, but we certainly don't want to be left behind. So once again, thanks for bringing this to the attention of the public. I think we need to delve more into it and be more assured that any benefits the districts are going to get are much more deep in terms of beneficial and also promoting the district business. Thank you.
Would anyone else like to address the board on agenda items? Can you state your name?
Yes, thank you. Thanks for the opportunity to speak. My name is Bill or William Fioravanti. I live in the district at 262 Montgomery Street. I'm also here in a professional capacity. I'm the Director of Business Attraction for the Orange County Partnership. It's the county's economic development agency. I've been working on this project in at least 2 of its iterations. Again, before it was going to be the Loop, and now it's the Ridge. There's a lot I can say on this that I have said on this. I did speak at the IDA's public hearing and really went point to point talking about the economic benefits. This is really my biggest point that I'd like to make is I, as a resident, certainly me as an economic developer, and so many of our neighbors in the city of Newburgh, town of Newburgh, New Windsor and beyond, want to see this project happen. This is land that's been fallow now, that again, we've had a few iterations that did not happen. We want to see those jobs come to fruition. We want to see this retail here. And when people are questioning it, it's funny, you kind of get people want it both ways. They want to say that, well, retail is failing. We see people buying on Amazon and such, and, how are they going to want to propose to do something? Then on the other side, people say, well, I don't understand why, these are developers that want to bring something like this here. And, why do they need a break? Well, understand there's both sides. We need to strike that balance. But and I've heard talk that there are going to be stores that are just moving from the Newburgh Mall or others into this. That's absolutely not the case. I don't think Mr. Day really can talk about what tenants they have on the in the bag. I have been able to I've been privy to that. There are tons of new stores that will be coming here. Retail still is viable. It's more scaled down than you saw in the past. That's because of consumer trends, but it's still viable. And these are consumers right now in dollars, sales tax, etc., that are right now leaving the county. People are going up to Poughkeepsie. People are going over to Beacon. We're actually going to be able to draw to this newer retail, draw more people that we're losing now and keep them in this area. Again, it creates jobs. It does add to the tax base. I understand it's great education by Mr. Wiley. Doesn't mean that there's more dollars coming in the end, but it means other people are paying less. I mean, it's that shared level, really. So the economic benefits are absolutely really undeniable. But these gentlemen, Waterstone has come here in good faith to negotiate, and that's really all I think we can expect, is that you work with them in good faith. I know it was expressed to them what was important is something like a field house, ways that our students can clearly benefit, and they've responded with that. So if it's not what you want, if it's not enough, I just encourage you to continue to negotiate and make it work, because again, from my perspective and from the Economic Development Office, this is a huge loss if this project does not happen. That's all I can say. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Would anyone else like to address the board on agenda items? If not, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to my section, resolution to first reading and adoption of policy number 1500. I'd like to entertain a motion, please. Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Johnston? Ms. Mineo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Grocott? Mr. Goodire? Yes. Mr. Kavanaugh? Yes. Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Ms. Zambito? Mr. Howard?
We're going to move on to board committee reports. Policy Committee, Mr. Stridham.
At our last policy meeting, we discussed policy 1500, public use of facilities. And then we went on to the topic that keeps coming up month after month. It's the eligibility for student athletic and extracurricular activity, participation, and student attendance. We're still asking for more information on that, and we'll be bringing that up in the next meeting that will be happening in August. Policy 5459, grade level classification, needs a report. The policy 8130, school safety plans and teams, I believe we'll be coming back to that. Okay. And then the 5,000, so we went through a couple of those, and we're going to be bringing that up again in August. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Johnston, the Library Committee.
Thank you. The Library Committee met on Wednesday, June 7. We had a guest, a representative from the Remco Catskill Library System, a board member there, Anita Bauman. I'll use this opportunity to give the board just a little introduction to what RCL is. It's a cooperative public library system, which the Newburgh Public Library is part of. There are 47 libraries in the group, and we share certain costs and services across the system. IT systems, interlibrary loan, and online services are some examples. We had an interesting discussion with Ms. Baumann about shared services, the library's online course offerings, and the Museum Pass program. Some other topics that we covered at the meeting were discussion about the new posting of an assistant director position, the library exterior, which now has banners, compliments of the Friends of the Libraries, and a Shakespeare writing program is coming up in June, the summer reading program, and we got a nice summary of school libraries information from Ms. Gilligan. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to move on to Buildings and Grounds Committee. Ms. Brokash.
Yes, we had a meeting last week, the Buildings and Grounds. It was mainly taken up with interviews and presentations by potential construction managers for the upcoming capital project. In addition, we talked about summer workers and the status of Washington Street School moving forward. That was basically it that day. Moving on to the Personnel Committee, we had several discussions relating to the 12 resolutions that are up for tonight's docket, some of which were the creation of a parent liaison coordinator for the Avenue, creation of a speech position, creation of director of communications, pre-K screening appointments, summer school appointments, and so forth. And we went to executive session after that.
Thank you. Can we move on to exceptional learners, Mr. Howard?
Thank you, Madam President. We had a very short agenda, but it was a very informative meeting. On top of the agenda was the fact that it was brought to the attention that the Newburgh City School District is in compliance with the state education department as far as educational learning. I would like to thank Mr. Bayer and his department for the incredible work that they've done to get us to that point. Let's give them a hand one more time. Next, update the functional behavior assessment and the behavior intervention program. Very good update on that. And we had a resolution to authorize the board president to execute a consulting agreement with the Association for Visually Impaired. And that was the gist of our meeting. But like I said, the biggest part of that meeting was the information being in regards to compliance with the state education department. Great news for our district. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Howard. We're going to move on to the Deputy Superintendent, Mr. Forger.
Thank you, Madam President. This evening, we are requesting your approved recommendations from the CSE and CPSE committees.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please. Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Ms. Manero?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Prokop? Yes. Mr. Spitzer? Yes. Mr. Tavana?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Ms. Zambito?
Yes.
Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
My next item is a resolution to authorize the superintendent to execute an agreement with the Braeside Camp.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
So moved.
Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Prokop? Yes. Mr. Spitzer? Yes. Mr. Tavana? Yes. Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Ms. Zambito? Yes. Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston? Ms. Manero?
Yes.
My next item is a resolution to authorize the superintendent to purchase supplies from Midtown Office Supplies.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
Second.
Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Ms. Prokop? Yes. Mr. Spitzer? Mr. Tavana?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Ms. Zambito? Mr. Howard? Mr. Johnston? Ms. Manero?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes.
My next item is a resolution to authorize the board president to execute a consultant agreement with the Association for the Visually Impaired.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
So moved. Second.
Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Spitzer? Mr. Tavana? Yes. Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Ms. Zambito?
Yes.
Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston? Ms. Manero?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Prokop?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Forger. We're going to move on to our Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Mrs. Felice.
Thank you, Madam President. I'd like to begin by requesting to amend item 7.1, the resolution to approve conference requests by removing the first item on the list.
Okay, so May I have a motion to accept the resolution as stated first? Okay, now may I have a motion to amend that resolution by removing the first item?
Second.
May I have a roll call on that amendment, please?
Mr. Tabana? Yes. Mr. Walker? Yes. Ms. Zambito? Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston? Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Wilcox? Yes. Mr. Stritter? Yes.
We now have an amended resolution on the floor. Are there any questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Ms. Zambito? Yes. Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston? Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Wilcox? Yes. Mr. Stritter? Mr. Tabana?
Yes.
Is a resolution to authorize the superintendent to purchase bus transportation for ISTE conference participants.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please. Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Ms. Zambito? Mr. Howard? Mr. Johnston? Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Wilcox? Mr. Stritter? Mr. Tabana? Yes. Mr. Walker?
That concludes our C9 items. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Felice. We're going to move on to the Assistant Superintendent for Finance, Mr. Kern.
Thank you, Madam President. Item 8.1, resolution to approve estimated non-resident tuition for the 2016-17 school year.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
Second.
Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston? Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Ms. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Wilcox? Mr. Stritter? Mr. Tabana? Mr. Walker? Ms. Zambito?
Item 8.2, resolution to approve final non-resident tuition for the 2015-16 school year.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please. Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Johnston? Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Ms. Wilcox? Mr. Stritter? Mr. Tabana? Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Ms. Zambito? Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Item 8.3, resolution to accept a donation for the school garden water tower from the town of, from the city of Newburgh Water Department.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please. Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Wilcox? Mr. Stritter? Mr. Tabana?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Ms. Zambito? Mr. Howard? Mr. Johnston?
Item 8.4, resolution to authorize the board president to execute agreement with Capital Region BOCES grant writing services.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please. Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Wilcox? Mr. Stritter? Mr. Tabana?
Yes.
Mr. Walker? Ms. Zambito? Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston? Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Item 8.5, resolution to approve 2017 extended school year transportation and the 2017 special education extended school year transportation bids.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
Second.
Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Ms. Wilcox? Mr. Stritter? Mr. Tabana?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Ms. Zambito? Mr. Howard? Mr. Johnston? Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda?
Yes.
Item 8.6, resolution to authorize the board president to execute proposal from Clark Patterson League for fire alarm at the Newburgh Free Library.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please. Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Stritter? Mr. Tabana?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Ms. Zambito? Mr. Howard? Mr. Johnston? Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Wilcox?
Item 8.7, resolution to declare equipment and books obsolete.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
Second.
Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Tabana?
Yes.
Mr. Walker? Ms. Zambito? Mr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston? Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Wilcox? Mr. Stritter?
Item 8.8, resolution to authorize the board president to execute a guide and anchor rights utility easement with Central Hudson Gas and Electric Corporation and Verizon New York Incorporated.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please.
Mr. Howard? Yes. Mr. Johnston? Ms. Mineo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Prokop? Mr. Strinard? Mr. Tabana?
Yes. Item 8.9, resolution to authorize the funding of reserve accounts.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please. Questions or discussion? Yes, Mr. Strinard?
Are we still on pace for approximately $9 million under budget this year? Yes. And will we have time between now and July to, instead of, I know we voted on the budget for a tax levy of like 1.8%. Are we still able to go to zero at some point in the next month or two?
We have the ability to put money into the reserves and change the tax levy up until we set the tax rate in our August meeting.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comment? Yes, Mr. Menuda?
Just to follow up and qualify that, we have a zero tax levy increase this year, is that correct?
Yes, yes, we do. We took the pilot that was coming off, moved it from the pilot to the tax assessment. We are tax neutral for the year.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Ms. Zambito?
Yes.
Mr. Howard? Mr. Johnston? Ms. Mineo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Yes. Ms. Prokop? Mr. Strinard? Mr. Tabana?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Item 8.10, resolution to accept the proposal for construction management services from the Paloma Board.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please. Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Johnston? Ms. Mineo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Ms. Prokop? Mr. Strinard? Mr. Tabana? Mr. Walker? Ms. Zambito? Mr. Howard?
Madam President, that concludes the items from finance for this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Kern. We're going to move on to Human Resources, Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Mack.
Thank you, Madam President. On the Human Resources agenda, items 9.1 through 9.13, those items are presented for your approval on tonight for the consent agenda.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please. Are there any items that any board members would like to have separated out? Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second? Questions or comments? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Ms. Mineo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda? Ms. Prokop? Mr. Strinard? Mr. Tabana?
Yes.
Mr. Walker? Ms. Zambito? Mr. Howard? Mr. Johnston?
Item 9.14 is for your information only. Those are individuals who will be coming up for tenure. That concludes my items, Madam President. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McLemore. Dr. Padilla?
At this time, I just want to recognize one of our newest employees, Ms. Evelise Rodriguez. Welcome aboard.
Welcome. We're going to move on to our clerk of the board, Mr. McCoy.
Thank you, Madam President. As the approval of minutes from May 23rd, 2017.
I'd like to entertain a motion, please. Questions or discussion? Oh, I got a second? Yes, thank you. Questions or discussion? Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Menuda? Ms. Prokop? Mr. Strinard? Mr. Tabana?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Ms. Zambito? Mr. Howard? Mr. Johnston? Ms. Mineo?
Yes.
That concludes my items, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. McCoy. We are now at the portion of the agenda for public discussion on non-agenda items. Please refer to the procedure sheet next to the sign-in sheet. We have one person signed up. Rick Seggio? I hope I said that right. Seggio, sorry, thank you.
Good evening, Madam President, Councilor Padilla, members of the board. My name is Rick Seggio. I am the newly elected president of the Goldbacks Youth Football League. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization here in the town of Newburgh, Newburgh State School District. What I want to discuss with you, and I didn't realize it was on your agenda, is your use of public facilities. We've been playing there for about 3 years now. We've been utilizing Academy Field, and our kids, first of all, just love being there. They go to all the high school games, so the next day we're playing there on Saturdays. It's an expensive place to play over the years, but we've done our best as a nonprofit to budget for it. In your new public use of facilities, you're now raising the price of Academy Field from what we were paying was $500 plus custodian fees. And then of course, if we went over the 4 o'clock time, we paid $200 an hour for use of it. I believe now you're at $1,000 per game. We play 4 games each Saturday, knowing that Sundays cost us even more money. I asked you guys to take a look at us as a community activity. You had in your document that it says that community activities with the superintendent shall determine and the board shall approve all universal fees for the use of district facilities. Whenever possible, use of facilities for community activities will be granted at no charge to the sponsoring party, except when the district is in a contingency budget. I'm not standing in front of you asking to play on the field for free. What I am asking for you to consider the amount of money you're charging the youth organization of children that are in the Newburgh BOE School District. I have 2 of them myself, one at 6, one at 10. And I think probably for me the emotional part is understanding what football's done for my special needs child. So I understand that we got to hear a lot of people here tonight and all the wonderful things for academics. But sports plays a role too. And these kids need a place to play. And the field that we play on, and also when towns come to our school to see where we play, there's a lot of pride, there's a lot of community. So I ask you to consider that. Consider what we're asking for. We're asking them to play for free, but we are asking for something that is considerably reasonable. We only have a budget of, say, $20-something thousand. You would be requesting $16,000 to play there. So I thank you for your time. I thank you for your consideration.
Would anyone else like to address the board on non-agenda items? Thank you. I'd like a motion to adjourn this meeting. Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
Ms. Bokosh? Mr. Scrivener? Mr. Devano? Yes. Mr. Walker? Yes. Ms. Zambito? Mr. Howard? Mr. Johnston? Ms. Beneo?
Yes.
Mr. Menuda?
Thank you, everyone.